What you're noticing now is the greater independence of Hugo's legs. So as his diaphragm has descended increasingly better, pelvis keeps opening, now he can, and the force of connection between his knee into the hip socket, it's all coming together. And he knows it. So he sees an obstacle that's a bit higher, or wants an obstacle that's a bit higher. So this is playfulness. It's fun to do. He can tell you that he's beginning to create a new understanding of the potential of his movement towards walking now. He's really feeling that this is on the cards. And he doesn't mind so much that it's a slow process because he can see now really every day. I believe he's crawling up and down stairs now too, which is rather lovely. So these are my laundry baskets that he's crawling over. And on top of the opening of the pelvis, we can see that his shoulder girdle has opened. His shoulder blades are more deeply embedded into his rib cage. So now he can take much more weight on his shoulders, which is just, again, increasing as he crawls more and more appropriately to investigate his house. He's moved houses. He's got parents have moved, so now he has much more space to crawl around the house. So he's moving almost all the time. He loves it. Mm-hmm. So there, managed to slide down and to push up again. Make it a bit higher for him. That's a challenge. Hugo. You can see also how the spasticity is dropping away from his body. There's greater flexibility and ease with which he can move. And you can see how his hands now spread out. He can use them much better as little platforms. Mm-hmm. Very good. And this one, which was once difficult, now is just very easy to surmount, even though it's rolling away. So he can slide himself down gradually and without help, pick up his crawling, carry on. Hugo has a slender but muscular body, which is just the ideal body if you want to develop your respiratory system and don't impose any unnecessary extra weight on it. So he's lovely muscle and sinew and strength and energy. If anything, lightness is an advantage for anybody who is interested in exercise, excelling in exercise. But if you have cerebral palsy, it really is quite important that your body remains light. It's sadly greatly in contrast with the state of the art is that if you can't do anything else for children with cerebral palsy, then you can feed them up so that they will be the equivalent weight for a child of equal age. Unfortunately, muscle mass is heavier than fat. So when they weigh the children, they have poor muscle mass and therefore are lighter. And what happens is if they are fed and fed and fed, sometimes through gastrostomy, feeding tubes, sometimes just with the dietitian suggesting to a mother or insisting to a mother that the child should put on more weight without looking at the actual physiology of the child, just looking at the abstractions of the child's age and weight and try to equal that weight. And then the poor child has even more weight to carry on an underdeveloped respiratory system, which in any other part of medical practice would be identified. We would know that people who are overweight have respiratory problems, which can get severe. And then that, of course, then will relate to heart problems because of the connection between the diaphragm and the heart and the lungs. We're getting a little higher now. So we moved to laundry baskets. And look at that. His knees really separating. This is a bit tricky going down. Because you've got to be able to take the weight on your hands and move far enough away to get your legs down. One leg stuck, the other leg works. Now, the next one, what do you think of that? So this is just fun. So this is something that he does for himself, which is pushing his development forwards all the time. When you direct development appropriately, so here we've had no standards, no braces, nothing artificial has been added. We just keep adding little bits of essential normal developmental components as he becomes able to take them on board and to utilize them. So there isn't a point at which his development is signing off. Quite the contrary, it just is speeding ahead. But remember, this has taken patience and time.